Okay, hello everyone. Today I have a new build order for you. This time on StickleBack Ridge. This beautiful map, 5x5, very tight. We start Land Factory, 3 pigeons, 4 mexes, 3 pigeons, Land Factory, 2 pigeons. I'm gonna put it here, Air Factory, 2 pigeons, and then the ACO wants to leave. On our first factory, we're gonna start 4 engineers. And then tank scout, engineer, tank scout, and then a lot of engineers. And we're gonna be focusing on putting as many units as we can and doing other stuff that I want to explain as we go through the build. But very importantly, first engineer, as soon as it gets out, you wanna click here to assist. And then you wanna start queuing the reclaim orders. We can just cancel the ACU order and then get what we want. That little thing you see over there, is that the ACU thingamajig. Then our next one has come out. Make sure not to pick up the engineer. I think about now is when this engineer needs to stop assisting. Then this one, we're gonna grab it here, come here, pick some of these rocks. Pick some of these, pick some of these rocks. I drop shift for 1 second, ultra sat. But then we have this engineer who's gonna assist here. Now I'm gonna continue clicking the rockies. Click, holding shift so I don't drop. And then I think actually it's gonna be the other way around. This one's gonna get here first, and then they can build a PD in a factory. I got my first tank. And as you can see, we're having a really good eco balance at the moment. Everything is coming out fine. I'm gonna click out some more rockies. My scout is here too. I have my first factory. I'm gonna set it up here. Actually, I like doing it like this, so they don't get through here. And then this tank scout is gonna go upstairs. I'm just gonna send it here. And as you can see, we have a perfect eco balance at the moment. It's pretty good. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Then with these units, you want to come through here and, like, you know, check. And then with these ones, we're probably gonna go do the same. Then through here, I'm gonna go with this. So I'm gonna go this on repeat. Then we have another engineer. I'm gonna put him here. And then after that, you're gonna come here, you're gonna go da, da, da. Then pretty soon we're gonna start living with the ACU. I would say I'm gonna leave now, so I'm gonna be getting a lot of engineers and stuff. Maybe I left a little bit too early, I'm not sure. I'm trying to be as fast as possible. Then we have this engineer. I'm gonna actually send him here because I think these two are gonna have enough for now. Then I already have some units here. I need to take this again. This guy, actually, you can come here and do that. Let's check. I don't think I have enough APM to make the bomber. That's why I rush an air scout rather than a bomber. Then I have an int in case they make a bomber earlier than me. Oh my god, this guy's not assisting, it's pretty bad. Then the AC, I'm gonna grab him. Go here, make this, make a PD. Then go there. And everything seems to be going so far so good. I'll make a line like this big. I'm having a lot of units all over the place. I have my bomber, I have my air scout, and this is pretty much the build order. We do have a little bit of a power issue, but that's because I kinda took a little bit with this. Overall, you want to make 3 PDs. One here, and one here, because this is very tight. As you can see, like if you press like here, one, this covers this whole area, so they have to go through here. Then if you make one in the middle, it covers this whole area. And then if you make one here, like, you just cover pretty much every good point. But it's all good. Now we have our idle engineers, and just make sure to send them somewhere, anywhere. And now let's go check what the replay goes through, what Nexus against UD does. And let's do that. Okay, now we're on the replay. We have Judy, also known as Haachamachama, playing Aeon. And then we have Nexus here, UEF. Let's focus a bit on what Nexus does. Like about 99% sure the same things. But let's see. We have our 3 engines, and he'll make the rest. He comes here, he builds the stuff. Then this one comes here. Then this one comes here and starts doing this. However, if you did what I did, which was a little bit more tryhard, Nexus wouldn't have had to do this and would have had like more time to work on this engineer on the next one. Oh, actually assist with this one. Oh no, wait, yeah. Is it that normal? Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. But it's okay, guys. The difference is pretty small. Oh, wink, wink. It's not like I missed this. Then he gets attacked. Let's put a little bit faster. Just to clarify, albeit yes, he uses his resources faster and it's probably better. If you send this one here faster, you get the faster expansion, so either way is fine depending on what you want. Because I did not on the video I just told you the 4th engineer is the one assisting instead of the 3rd one. Well, anyhow, that's pretty much Nexus doing the same thing. We have Judy going 2nd there, a lot of pigeons, kinda slow. Well, he already has his expansion though. What Judy did was have like a really good expansion, and as you can see he already has this expansion while Nexus is barely starting it. However, Nexus has more build power in the base and therefore he can get like his stuff faster. Like you can see he already has these more units out there than what Judy does. Like Nexus should probably be able to raid this or raid this. Either or. Yeah, so he's gonna raid this. And this is gonna be really bad for Judy. As long as Nexus, like, you know, focuses on this and then on this. While Nexus instead is gonna get to build a PD here and then get these mechs. Then Nexus does build a factory here because in his original build order he's missing a lot of power. And in our build order we kinda fixed it, so to speak. He also gets bombed here, so that's why his expansion here is a little bit slower. But it's okay. And then pretty much it's the same. Judy's the one building the PD here. He gets here first. Nexus needs to reinforce this, so that's why he comes here. And I feel like a really big issue on this match, as you can see, is that Judy plays what I would consider very defensive, and he doesn't really scout this. And I think this PD here and this PD here just absolutely cockblock Judy super hard, because you can see Nexus is already on Tech 2, but he didn't need as many units because he just freaking built PDs, which is much better. They also build a lot of power, as you can see, both of them, obscene amounts of power, and for they could make a gun. So they basically stop making factories and you start making a lot of pigeons. And I think are either of them gonna stall? No, not really. Judy kinda made too many things. Yeah, like this is ambitious, I would say. And then Nexus doesn't have as many factories, but he does have Tech 2. Sadly, Judy's playing Aeon, which has a really bad Tech 2 stage. I mean, a stage Tech 1 stage versus Tech 2 stage is really bad. Like other factions don't suffer as much. But yeah, I would say this is really bad, especially against Aurora. So you can see these mongoose are just gonna, well, if they're micro, it will absolutely ravage the poor Auroras, but Nexus didn't micro it very well, so he lost them. But yeah, other than that, the match continues. Not in a very good favor for Judy, who has a lot of Aeon Tech 1, and now what's over? Nexus is Tech 2. which is gonna help him a lot have the upper hand. And I think this is how the match probably... No, okay. I was gonna say the match probably ends here. Because there's just so many mongoose and like pillars and stuff. The PD here is gone, but it's a little bit late. Like look how few units Nexus has on the map. Like he has nothing here pretty much. Like there's this and there's this and there's absolutely nothing. And same here, it's just like a pile of engineers. And look how many units Judy actually has. And then he's still losing because I think the units are just all over the place. And I'm gonna stop it here. So what I'm trying to say is basically Judy could have, with like one RT, take this whole expansion thingamajig and keep this instead of letting like 3 units take it out. And then he says you die and it's pretty tragic. But I would just say the issue is that Tech 2 where? Question mark? Big question mark for the Tech 2 where, especially when a flag is just gonna eradicate that. But anyhow, I feel like Yuri has this huge army. And in this map, you don't want to make armies you're not gonna use. It's better to go do what Nexus did, was make Tech 2. Because if you make Tech 1, you gotta raid, you gotta use it. Otherwise, if your opponent ecos or makes a higher tech transition, your Tech 1 units are not really going to do much for you. Especially on 5x5, where it's one of those maps where like not having Tech 2 or not having the good eco matters. And then also if you manage to raid your opponent and they're going for eco or Tech 2, they're gonna have a really bad time because those upgrades are very expensive and not having 3 mexes is gonna really damage their economy. But anyways, that's how you play. Also don't make like a gazillion factories. You can, but I think Judy went really high because he had this, he had one here, he had this other one here. Like at some point you gotta chill it, my guys. Like Nexus instead has less factories, but he has Tech 2 and he probably has like a better economy and he's installing now. So just don't park such big forces if you are not going to use them. And that's it. The end.